Biryani, chicken biryani, royal biryani, fit for a king. This is absolutely wonderful. We've got incredible spices in there. Does this take a while to cook? Yes, it does. Is it worth it? Absolutely. Welcome back once again to howtocookgreatfood.com. Let's make this biryani that is fit for a king. Okay, let's get started on this then, shall we? So I've got 1 kg of chicken there. That's 2.2 pounds. Chicken parts, legs, thighs, whatever, bits in there. The bone is in and the skin is on. 4 regular sized tomatoes cut. Try and use a nice ripe tomato. 2 decent sized onions cut. Cilantro or coriander. In here I've got a heaped teaspoon of ginger paste, a heaped teaspoon of garlic paste. Now down here we've got some bay leaves. We've got some dried red chili. There's a little bit of cinnamon just hiding there. Then we've got fresh chilies. Then fennel seeds, cumin seeds, black peppercorns, cloves, and green cardamom. Here we go with our powders. 2 teaspoons of chili, coriander, and cumin, and 1 of turmeric. Let's get to the cooker. Okay, let's get going. So I've got my pan here. I've got some oil in there. I'm using the sunflower oil. We're going to start off by dropping in our whole seeds. So I've got some fennel seeds, cumin seeds, black peppercorns, cloves, and green cardamom. To that, some bay leaf, red chili, and that sneaky little bit there of cinnamon. Few seconds. We're on quite a high heat right now. Let them do their thing in there. They're going to really infuse that oil. We're now going to drop in our chicken, and we're going to go for about 4 to 5 minutes just frying the chicken around with the spices. See you then. Okay, so about 4 minutes. Obviously it's not cooked in the middle, but got a nice colour on the outside. Next up we're going to drop in our onion. I'm going to add some salt. And we're going to go for about another 4 minutes or so. Keep it moving. This already smells so good. Next up, we're going to add our garlic and our ginger. Now we've got a lot here. Normally you'd see me do a tablespoon or so. But yeah, this is a nice really heaped one of each, ginger and garlic. I'm going to now add in my fresh chili. The amount's up to you. Keep this going for a second. We're then going to drop in the tomatoes. Like I said, try and use a nice ripe tomato. And then let's take a look at our powders. So 2 teaspoons of each. Coriander, chili, and cumin, and 1 of the turmeric. Let's give this a little mix. Then what we're going to do, we're going to get a lid on this, keep it on a nice kind of highish heat. We want a kind of, above medium heat, not full blast, but above medium heat, as you can see in here. Lid on, leave it for about 5 minutes. Hopefully we're going to get some moisture from the tomatoes. That is if you have used the ripe tomato. And if not, we're going to put a touch of water in there, but yeah, it should be beautiful. This really is delicious. And we're nearly done with this part. About 5 minutes. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn my heat down to just above a simmer. Lids off. Now I've got loads and loads of moisture out of mine. If you haven't got it looking like this, add a bit of water. what we're going to do now is go on a nice low heat for about 8 or 9 minutes. You can give it a stir every now and then. Okay, so while our chicken is cooking, just check out the rice. So I've got basmati rice in there. Try and use a nice quality rice. There are tons and tons of different types of rice. You basically get what you pay for. You buy cheap rice, it's not going to be great. Some of it's quite expensive actually. Anyway, what I've done is I've washed that about 4 times. Now what we're going to do is we're going to soak it for about 25 to 30 minutes just in that water. Then we can move on. Let's get back to our chicken. Okay, off goes the heat, off comes the lid. Let me get some steam out of there for you. And you can see within that time, the tomatoes have really cooked down now. Check that for salt, but for me, it's great. We're now going to add some fresh cilantro or coriander. We're going to be adding more of this again later. And that's done. You can set this aside. And we can move on, get back to our rice. Okay, so we're back with the rice. Now what I've done is I've changed that water, put some fresh water in there. We're going to add some salt. Now, like I said earlier, not all rice is equal. One that I prefer, if you can get hold of it, I'm not endorsing it, I just like it. It's called India Gate. You might be able to get it or not, I don't know. But yeah, you basically, it's like wine. You get what you pay for, really. So, yeah, try and get yourself a nice quality rice. This is all about rice, isn't it? So try and treat yourself and get some good stuff. Okay, so what I've done now is I've got 1 part of rice in there to just half part of water. There's not a lot of water in there. And what we're going to do, heat's going to go on. We're now going to cook that until it's about 75, 80% of the way. So what I'm looking for is it cooked, but just a little bite, little al dente. See you soon. So, our chicken curry is ready there, our rice is ready here. Like I say, nice bite on it. Yeah, about 75% of the way. Next up, quite a lot of onions, using red, sliced. We're going to fry these off. They're going to go on the top. So I've got some oil in there. Again, I'm using a sunflower oil. Just going to get in a few cumin seeds, and to that, straight away, I'm going to go in with our onions. Now, some people like these onions completely crispy and black. Some people a little bit less. It's entirely up to you how you do them. I'm shallow frying them, and some people would often deep fry them. But yeah, for me, like this, yeah, and I don't really like them completely black, but we are going to cook them. Want to kind of above medium heat, keep them moving, and stop when you like the look of them. So off goes the heat. Yeah, I like my onions about there, but like I say, some people would really go for another 5 or 6 minutes and blacken them out and get them really crispy. I don't actually like them really crispy. I like them with a little bit of give in them. Okay, let's get them into a container or bowl. I think that's it. We're ready to make this. In fact, we're not ready. There's one more thing. Got a touch more oil in there. No need to clean the pan or anything. And I've got some cashew nuts that I'm just gonna fry around for like 2 minutes on a medium heat, and then they're ready to go. They're beautiful in the mix. I promise you, we're now ready once these are done. So quite a lot on the table at the moment. So there's our chicken curry, there's our rice, which has got a nice bite in it, there's our onions, there's our toasted cashew, here's fresh nana or mint, here's fresh cilantro or coriander, and here is 2 teaspoons of turmeric in a little bit of water. We're going to use that for some color. Right now we can lose the turmeric and we can lose the onions. We're going to work on these guys. Okay, so we've got the pot that we've done the rice in. Now, If you want, you can just put all of the chicken curry in and then put the rice on top. I like to kind of layer it up a little bit. So let's go. Always with the bottom layer, you want to get quite a bit of sauce in there. Just because, you know, it's going to be on the fire again. Then I like to go rice. And I kind of shake the rice in. I don't want to sort of have it lumpy in there like a, you know, a big thick layer of it. Shake it in so it kind of stays loose. That's pretty good. Then we're going to go a little bit of cilantro or coriander, a little bit of fresh mint, just a few of the cashews, and then we repeat until you end up with rice on the top. Okay, so you saw that whole process happen. Next up, we're going to go with that turmeric mixed with water. We're just going to sort of sprinkle it on here. It's going to colour the rice wherever it touches. If you wanted, you can get some red food colour in here as well, or like an orange or something. I think this is fine for me. And again, you can put in as much or as little as you like. So this is now ready to go on to the cooker, where we need to really cook it very slowly. I'll show you the little process next. Okay, so we're now back at the cooker. What I've got here is I've got my cast iron dish. Now, if you want, you can just use a flat plate, something that you make chapati on or something like that. But I'm going to go with that. What we want is a layer in between the biryani and the flame, you know? So we've got a nice layer there now. So it doesn't, otherwise it will just burn at the bottom. So that's the first thing that you need to do. Let's talk about the lid. Okay, so we now understand that we need something underneath. And when it comes to the lid, we need to get this as airtight as possible. What you can do if you want, get some pastry, just water and flour, get the lid on, and then you can seal it. You know, you can kind of get a pastry seal there. Quite frankly, a bit of a pain in the ass. What you can do is get yourself a tea towel like that, get the lid on and push it down, and that will pretty much seal it. Now make sure that you throw this inwards, otherwise you're going to end up setting that on fire. Okay, so that low heat now for about 25 minutes for me. It's going to be delicious. Off goes the heat. Let's jump in, shall we? Very exciting moment for me. Lid off, steam out there, and then the cloth comes off. I'm hoping this is not going to put too much steam on the camera. That is beautiful. That rice, let's just check it out. Perfectly cooked rice. I just wish you could have these aromas flying at you through your screen right now. Okay, let's get that on a plate. Delicious. Okay, here we go. Light and fluffy. This is wonderful. I'm super happy with this. You can see that that turmeric's done its job in there. Oh, wow. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Okay, a few more bits to do. Plate it up. We're going to go with some fresh mint here, here, and here. Coriander or cilantro, whatever you call that. We're now going to get some of our onions on there. My God, this really is fit for a king. A few more of our cashews, and we're done. That's an absolute beauty. Super happy with that. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, please. Give us a thumbs up, helps us out a great deal. And do leave a comment. We'll see you soon. Lots of love.